This is an unlisted video for right now. It's very exciting. What we're going to do is we're going to plug in the cord here. I'm going to show you this at the end of the stream. For those of you that are paying attention, those of you super fans, you're gonna think this is neat or something. I don't know. How's this going to work? I'm going to plug in the power because the power is going to be draining because I'm going to be streaming for like an hour and get in here. Get in here. There we go. Got it. All right, how are we going to do this? Tissue box. Tissue box. There we go. Perfect. I didn't need that little clip that I was working with. Hi. Okay, now we got to plug in the phone. How are we going to do that? I got a charger in my bag. 1 second. Just give me a second. Give me a moment. Here we go. Today we're working with the classic Samsung. I don't remember where I got this. Anyway, very simple. It goes in like that. We're just going to plug this in over here. All right, you're strapped in. You're stuck together. Stuck with me. Okay, here we go. Let's make this public. Can we do that? Can we do that? Share? All right. Welcome to the stream, all 0 of you. It would be a darn shame if I was stuck at 0 viewers for the entire time, but whatever. Just back here, that right there, up here, and that right there. We're in business. Okay. All right. So the setup that we're working with today is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, cool. All right, now these water bottles, these are my favorite water bottles in my life. They're cheap, and they hold temperature decently well when they're not sitting in the sun forever. And yeah, I think they're great. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna wash them in the sink here. Stage. All right. So these are Walmart Black Triton water bottles. That's what these are. Okay. What I've been using is alkaline water. What I've been drinking. Alkaline water with electrolytes. And those electrolytes have been these Keto Vitals electrolyte powdered things. So anyway, very important that we get the sink plug. There we go. All right. So we're going to take off all of the silicone sleeves. There we go. There we are. No viewers yet. I know they're just waiting. They're just waiting. They're just looking for an opportunity to come in. I already know it. So the thing about these water bottles, like a lot of water bottles, is they have multiple components. Get this out of here. This is the in-use one. Just keep an eye on that. Just keep an eye on that one. Okay, it's over there by the electric water kettle. One of them. Okay. So anyway, they have multiple components. They have the silicone sleeves, which we want to wash separately because we don't want them to get wet and stay wet and have moisture and mildew collect there. Get these in the staging area, and yeah. So, all right, there we go. These are kind of tricky. These are kind of tricky to get off. But we're going to do it. There we go. All right. How many we got so far? This is exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. I had 10, if you can believe it. I had 10 of these water bottles, and now I only have 8. You can't get them anymore. They stopped stocking them at Walmart, which is a shame. But they replaced them with, they replaced this model with another model, which is more of a shaker bottle. Yeah, so I was probably an anomaly in the, man, it nearly hurt my fingernail on that. I was probably an anomaly in the Walmart water bottle sales, because I bought so many of them. And then I had somebody else that I bought 10 of them for as well, and then I ended up returning them. So maybe they just got like a high return score. Who knows? Anyway. All right. Cool. All right, so the silicone sleeves are off. That's perfect. Okay, now the next silicone part is the little rubber gasket right here that protects the spout getting a good seal. Okay, so we got to take off all of these. So there's 8 of those. There's 1. Very exciting. Here's 2. Now these are a little bit tricky. They'll kind of like flip back on you. But we got it. Here's 3. And you can kind of tell when the water bottles are need to be cleaned because there'll be a little bit of like a little bit of mildew or mold or something that'll kind of like collect on them. Yeah, see this? See this right here? I don't know if you can see that. The lighting is really good. See that little like darkened area right there? Yeah, we don't like that. We stop using the water bottle and wait until the next time that the water bottles need to be cleaned. There we go. Yeah, they're safe and sound like down here. It's nice. Okay, that's 4. Here's number 5. I know y'all are keeping score at home. All 0 of you. There we go. All right, here's number 6. This one's really dirty. We stopped using this one. By we, I mean me. It's just me out here. And then lastly, nope, not lastly. Turns out there is one other. This is number 7. This one's tricky. This one's tough. It's got like a little bit of moisture on it. So it's kind of hard to remove. See that? Nope, you can't see it. It's kind of challenging. We might need a knife for this one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make that decision. We need a knife for this one. There we go. See, what we do is we just kind of, nope, you can't see. We're gonna kind of peel it off. Gonna pry it underneath. Pull on it. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. All right, that leaves the 8th one, the one that's in use. Mm-hmm. This is the dirtiest one of all. That's disturbing. All right, that's the 8 silicone toppers. Now we got 8 silicone gaskets. You see that little ring right around there in the middle? We got to get those out. So we're going to use a knife and or fork for those. Fish them out. There we go. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Yep. Yes. There we go. That's one. This little thing. Now the interesting thing about these is I don't know if you can see it, but there is a they kind of peel apart right here. Yeah, you can see that groove right there. So whereas over here they're flat, in here there's a little bit of an air pocket on this side. You got to make sure that you wash out the whole thing. Got to wash out that whole thing. All right, what is next? Okay, so that's number 1. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that my thumbnail and title game of washing 8 water bottles, it'll take like an hour. I'm not surprised that that's not gathering a lot of flies. I wonder if I need a fork instead of a knife in order to do this. I think that's the case. Let's try the fork. I'm gonna let y'all know. I know that you can't see anything, but we're gonna see here. Now the fork doesn't fare much better. The fork doesn't fare much better at all. Spoon, maybe? Let's try the spoon. No, that's a terrible idea. Spoon's worst of all. You gotta really get in there. You gotta really get in there. Okay, and kind of pry it out without tearing the silicone, which who even knows, right? Who even knows? Oh, wait. We got something right there. You see that? See this right here? There we go. Yeah. There we go. It's like pulling out a brain worm or something. All right, that's 2. Shoot. Darn it. Crud. Okay. Ring number 3. Ring number 3. We got a little bit of momentum. Let's see if we can keep it going into ring number 3. So how are y'all doing? There's nobody. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Maybe the meta is push up another side and then grab it from there. I don't know. Oh, got it. Got it. Here we go. Prove it. All right, ring number 3. All right, next ring number 4. We're just moving right on. Oh, that was way too easy. Oh yeah, okay. All right, number 5. Oh shoot. We're on a roll. This is streamer luck right here. This is streamer luck. Okay, this one actually has a little bit of mold on it. This one has a little bit of black spots. Look at that. We don't drink out of this one. See that right there? See it? Yeah, we don't drink out of that one. All right, next. Ring number 7. Can you believe it? Can you remember back when we were on ring number 3? That was nuts. This one's the worst. This one is the worst. No, I pushed it back down. No, I got it. Saved. All right, that's ring number 7. Leaving ring number 8 over here. The in-use water bottle. Guys, I'm sorry. We got to drop it. We got to empty. We got to empty the rest of it. That's thousands down the drain. Thousands of hundredths of a penny. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that one's gross. Okay. That one's actually kind of gross. All right, so now that's actually all the removable parts, because in the actual lid itself, there's nothing else that needs to be cleaned. I love the design of these water bottles because you got a little fidget right here. You can mess with this thing. You got a little fidget here. You can mess with that thing. Okay, and you got like a little fidget here, so you can snap that shut. Very, very thoroughly entertaining. Now, there are a few of these where, let's see here. Yeah, this one. The button has unfortunately wore off, so the only way to close it is to use the lock. And this one's kind of losing its snap a little bit, so you got to be careful with this one. Got to be careful with that. Might have to replace this one soon. We might be down to 7 water bottles instead of 8 pretty soon. Kind of remains to be seen on that one. We might have to buy the shaker bottle version instead. It's a little bit scary on that. Anyway, next. Here we go. So we're going to prepare the water. Very important that we get the right water temperature. Now, with this water system, you want to make sure you don't turn it all the way hot. We're going to do a quick camera angle change here. You can't see. Okay. Still can't see. Okay. Now, this is cold. This is hot. But you need to, like, have it in the middle for a little bit so that, like, both of the waters mix. And then you turn it to hot. That actually works. What's up? Okay. All right. So now that the water is hot, yeah, that's warm. It's warm. Okay. We're gonna turn on the stopper here. Turn on the stopper. Put the stopper in. Okay. We're gonna let that fill. We're gonna use today. We're using Dawn Dish Soap Platinum. What do you think? Is that enough, guys? Should I do more? I'm going to do more. There we go. Okay. We're in. Now that should be sufficient. Okay. Let me show you the instrument that we're going to be using today. This is a half water bottle brush. Walmart. Great value. Equate. Whatever. Okay. And we're just going to let this sit here. We're going to have to roll up the sleeves on this one. We're going to have to roll up the sleeve. Probably going to even take off the watch for this one. I know that it's not really necessary, but, you know, we just want to be safe. This is a waterproof watch, but we're just going to set that over there. Okay. I think we're doing pretty well here. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. kind of a concentration of the suds over here. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you see this? See this little pile right here that's starting to form? We're not getting any suds anywhere else in the sink. So what we're going to do is we're going to redistribute those suds over here. Got some soap on the hands. Gonna go ahead and wash that off into it. Hopefully those suds will redistribute themselves into the actual body of water. You want to get a sink that's probably about 3/4 to 2/3 full. 2/3 is good. I like 2/3. Okay, I think we're good here. Right now this is kind of at half. That's a little less than half actually. Close this. Hope that's okay. See, we got another mound of suds over here next to the other one. We're gonna push this over here, get a new one going. That's working. That's working. So far, everything's going according to plan. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's it. That's good. All right, now we got the 8 water bottles here. Still counting. Make sure they're 8. There's 8. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to dump them in, make sure that they fill with the water, and then just kind of pour them in here. That's a satisfying sound. I don't think we're going to be able to get all 8 in at the same time. We might have to do them in batches of 3 or 2 or 4. I think batches of 4. There we go. Okay. We're going to spin them because that's going to do something. Okay. Now, first we're going to clean the bottle proper. Okay. So, the water bottle is filled with both water and suds. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can probably see that. Okay. And then this is infused. There's this suds imputation from the water to the water bottle. And we're just going to clean the inside of it, making sure to clean the bottom. Empty it out. Don't worry, we'll fill it back with water here in just a second. We're going to scrub the outside of the bottle. And clean the underside of the bottle. There we go. That is one clean bottle. Not safe to drink out of because there is soap in it. We're going to move on to bottle number 2. So far, not seeing any issues with the actual process of washing the water bottle. Grab an extra lump. Okay. If the first piece of suds is holy, then the whole lump is also. That's Romans 11. Read that this morning. Okay, that's 2 bottles. We're going to go ahead and pre-soak bottle number 6. No, that's 5. That's 5. I already know what you're thinking. Here's bottle number 6. I already know what you're thinking. Anyway. Okay, here's bottle number 3. There we go. This is going really well. This is going great right here. Just a really important. There we go. We're gonna move that slightly out of the way so you can still see
the action. Putting bottle number 7 in here, just drowning it, baptizing it. See, I don't think that the bottle can be, I don't think the bottle can be cleaned by just sprinkling water on it. That's not really, it wouldn't really make any sense, would it? Plus, there's nowhere in context where it says that washing the water bottle can be done by just sprinkling water on it. Every time the word used when people say wash the bottle is wash, which typically means like an entire washing of it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. All right, we're gonna put clean bottle number 4 over here, and here's bottle number 8. Can you see that? You can see that. Yeah, that's a good angle right there. All right, going back to bottle number 5. Those of you keeping track, was this bottle number 5 or was this bottle number 6? I can't really remember. They all look exactly the same. All right, here we go. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. There we go. That's bottle number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottle number 5. This is bottle number 6 here. Some of the suds have left. I don't know if you ever had that experience where when you're washing dishes, where you're taking a bath, that the bubbles pop and then they don't come back. You need more bubbles. It just shows you that it's not a perfect cleaning solution, because if it was perfect, then there would be no need for adding more. But as it is right now, we're looking forward to a perfect and better cleaning solution where you put the suds in once and then they stay sudsy. So it's a type of Christ. It's not a type of Christ, but it's. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I don't think I need to repent for that. I think I'm just joking. Okay, this is bottle number 7. It's going really great. Going great. See that? Proof it's going great. I think this is the 8th bottle I've actually put in. So that's good. All right, nope. This is bottle number 8. I can recognize it. I know them by name. They've had this little mark right here and right here. This white mark right there. Still have 0 viewers. Okay. Okay. All right, that's going good. All right. All right, very good. The 8 water bottles are complete. Now, next, we're not done, actually. You may recall from earlier in the stream that each water bottle has 1, 2, 3, 4 other components. They each have a lid, they have a ring gasket, they have a spout gasket, and they also have a silicone sleeve. So, all 4 of these components need to be cleaned. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and do this thing. We're just throw everything in. So I hope everything's accounted for. We're just going to let God sort it out. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. If we miss one, it's my fault. I am not the good shepherd here. Okay. So, the silicone sleeves are actually pretty simple to clean. You just kind of use a finger washing right here. Just get these going. So, this is good. These are important. You want to keep the grip. You want to keep your grip on your water bottles. So anyway, that's one. I don't think you can see that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you want to be able to keep the grip. So usually they're pretty easy to hold on to when you have the silicone grip and the water bottle is not covered in soapy water. Okay. All right, there we go. That's 3. There we go. That's 4. I think this is going to go pretty well. I'm legitimately hoping that I don't have to track down the 8th of each of these 4 components. Okay. There's component number 7, and here is number 8. Okay, very good. We're also going to go ahead and clean the knife that we used earlier. Little callback there. There we go. Okay, next, we're going to find the 8 rings. Okay. Now I'm trying to remember how I cleaned these before. I think I just had to use my fingers. I wish that there was some way that I could really get in that groove, but I think the soap water and the warmth of it is enough. So we're going to just set each of the 8 rings on top of their silicone sleeve. And there's gonna, just so you know, it is going to mix. There is going to be a situation where a silicone sleeve, in all likelihood, not all likelihood, but almost all likelihood, is going to end up with a ring that it did not have previously. So that's why it's good, in the spirit of Henry Ford's interchangeable parts. Back in the early 1900s. It's good that I'm feeling where these rings are. I can't grab them. Okay. It's good that these all use the same thing. These are not custom made. These were probably made in a factory a few years back, and they probably just recently sold through the whole supply. Probably a few months ago. There we go. That's 5 rings by my count. If you're keeping score at home, you can make out 4 of them. I'm going to go ahead and bring the 8th one into the frame of the camera. There we go. Should be able to see 5 now. 1, 2, 1. Oh, sorry about that, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now we need ring number 6. Still got 0 viewers. That's okay. That's okay. I didn't. People are busy. People are at work. I don't think anybody was. I don't think I've really trained my audience to look out for the daily water bottle washing stream. So that's okay. All right. This is one of the gross ones that we saw earlier. It's got some grime on it. You'll just have to trust me that I'm gonna have to get this off. I think a fingernail seemed to work well. That made a difference. Just very patiently, just extremely patiently, wiping down these gaskets here. I think that's an appropriate amount. I think the soap has effectively killed any kind of bacteria that's on here, so that's all good. All right, very good. All right, that's ring number 7, leaving ring number 8. Where's ring number 8? Somewhere. Feel the circular little rings. I need the big ring. Here it is. Here it is. Don't worry, folks. Professional at work. There we go. All right. So that's your 8 water bottle rings. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the tops. I know that that's controversial. Why wouldn't you stick with the silicone, get all the silicone done before you move on to the actual tops? It's because I want to make sure I can find those 8 silicone little spout gaskets before I move on. So we're going to bring back out the brush for this because we want to make sure that we're abrasively removing all that electrolyte grime. And Even alkaline water might have like a little bit of residue, or there might be some like dead skin cells that remained. So this is good. Those of you who are concerned about the water temperature is currently lukewarm. It is no longer warm. I want to make sure that we stage these well. This is one of the lids that does not have the button. It opens automatically when you unlock it. So for instance, I would keep this. I would be accidentally keeping this by my face here and like opening it, and that could seriously do some damage. But fortunately, that's not the case. Also, I'm not wearing gloves. I know that some people may, whenever they touch water, they may want to be wearing protective latex gloves. That's not the case with me. I am a professional. These are my water bottles. I'm very trained in this manner, so it should be fine. Should be fine. All right. Now, I know that some people might be concerned as to whether or not I leave all of the implements to be left open the same way. Should we close the finger hook while it's drying, or leave it open? I think that it's pretty negligible, but we're going to leave it open just in case, just to allow it to air dry. Okay. So by my count, if I'm correct, this is the third of the water bottle tops. Very, very useful water bottle brush. I'm very grateful that we have the water bottle brush. I'm also glad that during the filling stage that we got a lot of suds going, so that we could use those suds to help abrasively remove any invisible grime, because you really can't see it. You can't see it. That's satisfying right there. Okay, so that's the fourth one. Okay, very good. See how we're doing on viewers? 0 viewers still. That's fine. That's okay. All right. All right. Yeah. I'm actually getting pretty hopeful. We are over halfway done. I would say time-wise, not in terms of steps, because if you had an instruction booklet of all the steps, it may seem that we're almost halfway done, about halfway done, but time-wise, things move at a pretty rapid pace as we near the conclusion. So that's all good. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the sixth one. Here's number 7. And it's good. We're almost out of suds, but we don't need many more suds. I'm gonna make sure you guys see everything's above board. There we go. That's number 7. Oh shoot. That's I'm not sure what kind of implications that might have, that I dropped one of the first ones that I was drying back into the sink, because it's going to take longer in order to air dry. There we go. Open that up. It's satisfying. It's nice that all the springs still work in here. All right, there we go. Okay, finally, that is all 8 lids. Just so you know, we are done with that step, and in fact, we're done using this as well. So, at the risk of further diluting the water, what we're going to do is we're going to rinse the brush off We're going to clean as we go, and which is very convenient because we have been cleaning as we have gone. So, but just cleaning up the actual cleaning process, very very useful. Okay, there we go. There we go. That would be pretty dry to my touch. However, my hands are still wet. So we're gonna put this back. There is a drawer just off stage here. If you watch the apartment tour, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Finally, we haven't forgotten. There's one step left, and that is the little spout gaskets. These are important, and this is actually unironically the most important step, is making sure that these are clean and dry. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Okay, just making sure. I'm gonna actually adjust that. Make that little decision there. Good director. Move this over as well. Okay. Okay, these are good. This is going really well, actually. We just want to make sure that we get some suds in here. And strategically, this is a little bit of know-how. You want to make sure that you, like, the last part that you leave in the sink is going to be the part that stays soaking the longest in the sink. Now, that may sound like a tautology, and that would be because it is. So but it is very useful to clean these because they can get the dirtiest. I mean, they're the part that comes in contact with the water almost as much as anything else, especially when I have to shake the water bottles in order to redistribute the powder that is dropped to the bottom. Okay, now all the components are clean. Okay, so we do have 8 water bottles. We have 8 tops, 8 sleeves, 8 ring gaskets, 8 spout gaskets. Now, the part where we're done, the part of cleaning the water, also we didn't lose any components, which is really impressive. We didn't lose anything. That's why it's important to have this little thing. Okay, now, this kitchen sink, for some reason, does not drain very efficiently. You can't really hear it. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to create an air pocket with my hand. Hopefully you'll hear it. Very good. Okay. Wash this off. I know that's kind of a big reveal that this sink has like a spray function. Some of you weren't expecting that. It's still at 0. All right, very good. All right, dry this. This goes up here. I'm going to leave it drying upside down just so that the remaining water in it is able to evaporate. We're at 44 minutes. What we're going to do is we need to make sure that these are rinsed off. I don't want any soap residue in my water bottles, if I can help it. And I think I can. So, we're going to use the sprayer arm for this. I'm feeling a little wild. This is, I think it allows me to cover a wider surface area. We're also going to turn the water down to a colder temperature. I don't want to stress the water heater too much. Okay, so that's 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. All right, the knife is, we're going to turn off water while drying the knife. There we go. Okay, that is good. All right, the 8 are good. Now we're just gonna wash these here. Make sure that you don't drop the gasket. Water's flying everywhere, almost everywhere. So anyway, I'm gonna keep these together. Just use a softer water pressure. I think these are good. Okay. Very good. Good. I know my hand was blocking that one, but it was a little bit crazy. I'm sorry, guys. You missed a little bit of the action on that one. I have to be careful because this is an analog control here. This is not digital. So if I'm not careful, then the water can spray way too strong, stronger than I really would have otherwise expected. So I might be sinning unintentionally. I have to repent of that. Okay, now the silicone pieces are clean. Now we move on to the water bottles proper. Twice around is good. Okay, twice around. So once around the outer surface area and then twice on the inside. If you've ever washed the inside of a cylinder before, you know what I'm talking about. Because normally, if you have soap at the bottom of the cylinder, then those soap suds might remain at the bottom. But if you can just do this move, then yeah, there's no suds in there. I know you can't see it, but but it's actually working out really well. See, currently you got some suds right here. Watch what's going to happen when I clean this off. I'm going to use a third one for that and make sure I pick that one back up. Nothing. Just a clean water bottle. The only thing on the water bottle is water right now. You may be able to see that inside here, there are some suds down there. I'm going to make sure I get rid of those. You may be asking, Jarrett, do you have a working dishwasher in your apartment? The answer is yes. The dishwasher is working. However, these are specifically hand wash only water bottles. So we're going to go ahead and respect that. I think that it's just a general rule of practice, just common construction specifications that that double-walled water bottles, like these Triton black water bottles, they should not be washed in the dishwasher. Something could happen. Water could seep into in between the two walls, and then end up with multiple issues that arise from that. Okay, now everything is rinsed. This is really good. How far are we? We're at 49 minutes. So I told you that would go a lot faster. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab one of these dish towels here. Okay, we're going to make great use out of this checker pattern here. I think that helps it dry. At least it convinced me that is such. So we're going to dry the outside of the water bottle. And you may be asking, Jarrett, do we need to dry the inside of the water bottle? The answer is technically not. We're going to leave these just open to air dry, settling right here. What's most important is that you realize that once these water bottles are clean, this may be a big disappointment to some of you. You shouldn't use the water bottles until they're dry. So it's kind of like waiting for cookies or brownies to, you know, cool. There we go. You can't see them off camera. How do you know they're even there? This is going really well. There we go. All 8 water bottles, which leaves the tops and so the other silicone parts. I want you to take a look here. See all these drops of water that are in there? Can you see that? Little drops of water. That's why we need to let it air dry. These are not fit for use yet, but we can make a considerable dent in these by removing a lot of the moisture buildup. So that's good. What we actually might do is leave these sideways like that. Not all the way inverted downward, but just off to the side. That way there's still a chance that plenty of airflow can come in underneath and clean through all these, or dry all these. There we go. There's a lot of water on this one. Still some left on the underside as well. I'll leave that right there. But ironically, it's actually one of the driest. Kind of gives me a new perspective. Could be missing some of the water that's on some of the other water bottle parts. Dang. Wow. I'm gonna be mad at the production staff for that one. Okay, and this is top number 8. It's pretty good. The towel itself is starting to get wet, so in lieu of the classic joke or classic brain teaser or riddle, what gets wet while it dries, the towel is in fact getting wetter. There we go. All right, now the 8 tops are dry, which leaves the 8 trios of silicone. Okay, that's one. Pretty good. Might have to switch towels, actually. This one's got too much moisture on it. So we're going to switch to the regular dish towel. This one doesn't have the checkered format, but I think we'll be okay. There we go. Doing really well. Next, this one has a lot of moisture. It comes off easy enough. I'm seeing some black residue on the inside of this ring. You can probably see it yourself. Right there. Right in here. See these little black spots right there? That's okay. I think that's benign. If that's cancer, you know, whatever. Can't clean a bottle without leaving something in it. Is that a saying? No, it's not. 100 people just clicked off the video. That's why we're at 0. All right. Next. Silicone sleeve. The inside needs to be dry just like the outside, because if the inside is not dry, then it'll have more difficulty getting back onto the bottle. Do you like this natural decrescendo, this natural diminuendo to the process? It just calms down. Like everything's already done. It's really an exact 1-to-1 of those Asian baking factory videos. Just you have all the bustle and all the ingredients have to be prepared and the machines are whirring and everything's going nuts, and then at the end you just have these beautiful confectionery creations, and they're just being boxed up, and everything's wonderful. Everything's just great. That's exactly what's happening right here. That is precisely what's going on. Two more. I don't have a hair dryer. I think that might help. Also, something that you can't see because water is clear, there is a small layer of liquid that is on the counter right now, and so that is going to have a non-zero impact on the drying of everything here. But fortunately, the most sensitive things that need to be dried are not touching. The most sensitive areas are not touching the actual counter themselves. This is the last trio of silicone. There we go. All right, very good. Very good. Nice. Okay, we are good. All of the pieces are now dry. So what we're gonna do, this is something that I've done in the past. I'm gonna go ahead and actually put the spout gaskets back on here, even though they're not 100.0% dry. I know that that's controversial, but I just think that for the cohesion of the stream, that there is a place where these are wedded back together. I think it'll be okay. we're gonna learn our lesson. Yeah, we're just gonna learn our lesson. How about that? In the past, I did put these back on, or I think I did. I'm not entirely sure. I just think that. Chat, what do you think? Yeah, yeah. There's nothing, huh? There's actually nothing. Okay, I think we got to go for it. Okay, so reassembly here. So you got this, and you got this little button right here. So you're going to have to snugly pull that over. Then make sure it's flush. It is flush. Okay, all the way through. There we go. That is one lid well secured. I'm looking at it because I'm freaking out. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. Next. Okay. There's lid number 2. All right, here's lid number 3. There we go. All right, here's lid number 4. Looks good. Lid 5. Lid 6. This one has a lot of water still in there. I'm nervous about this. I don't know. I'm gonna report back. No, I'm not. I'm not making that promise. Those kinds of promises are too difficult to keep on this channel. Y'all already know. Too difficult to keep that promise. Okay, there we go. And then lid 7. And then lid 8. Very good. Okay, that leaves the 8 ring gaskets and the 8 silicone holders. I keep interchangeably calling different things silicone. I'm gonna go ahead and dry that way. That's really flattering. Okay, we're gonna put this back in here. Okay, just seat that all around. There we go. Nice and simple there. There we go. Listen for that tiny little air pop that I can hear that y'all can't. All right. Here's lid 2. There we go. That looks good. Yeah. Lid 3. Lid 4. I'm actually on a roll here. This is going well. I'm getting into a little bit of flow state. A little bit of a flow state right here. This is good. Okay. There we go. Now it's very important that we store these lids still in the open air. I don't want there to be any confusion or thinking that bacteria can't grow in standing water. We're just going to leave these open to dry, but I don't think that we have much fear of something happening as long as we just wait a reasonable amount of time for these to dry. Now, with the reapplication of these silicone sleeves, it's very important that you invert them, and I'll tell you why. Okay? Whereas this is right side out. Okay, the texture side, you see that? See that in the shining light right there? We want to make sure that we apply them pulling up this way, shiny, okay? And that is because when you apply them like that, then what you can do is you can pull this side up. And you can just kind of push them against your body while you pull it up and then just line it up. Nice. There we go. There we go. All right. 7 more. Invert. Set. Whoa. Pull. And then what would the last set be? Finish. There we go. That's nice. All right. Y'all following along at home. So we invert, we set, we pull, and then you finish. Whoa. Oh, that was scary. Glad we're not working with anything flammable. With cleaning water bottles. Whew. Okay. Setting this one is a little bit tricky. This is challenging. It's kind of slippery. So what I told you earlier, there is water on the counter, so that does affect the simplicity of it. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're good. All right, pull. I swear a fingernail is gonna go. I don't swear, but a fingernail is gonna go flying off. Make sure you don't swear, guys. Okay. Every idle word is going to be brought into account. Just make sure you don't swear. Okay. One day when you die, you're going to have to stand before a holy God, and that God is going to judge you righteously for every single thing that you've ever said, thought, or done. And you're going to have to answer for all of it. And if you're anything like the rest of the human race, you're not going to have a good answer for him. Unless you say, you know what, you're right. you should condemn me for all eternity because I sin and I continue to sin and I will continue to sin in eternity if you do not completely change me. But fortunately, you, before the foundations of the world, predestined that I would believe in Christ, not for the sake of my own glory, but for the sake of your glory, O most holy God. So I appeal to the blood of Christ, to his death and resurrection. Please save me, God. I fall at your mercy. That's what you should say, or something paraphrasing that. And that'll work. That'll work. But anything else, that's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. All right, so we're going to invert. Put that in here. Pull. Nearly there. We are over halfway done. Certainly, I'm certainly glad. It has been 71 minutes of me cleaning these water bottles, so I was not exaggerating in the title that I said that it might take like an hour. Just gonna go ahead and clear that off there. There we go. That's good enough. I know that that's a surprising lack of standards from me, but yeah, that is good enough. Okay, invert. We are almost done, and I am ready to be done. Let me tell you, I'm ready to take a break from this. That's okay. We are almost done, and then we'll wrap up, and we'll do next steps. All right. There we go. Nope, there we do not go. Now it's good. Now it's good. Okay. There we go. All right, two more. This is a more time-consuming step than I thought. But this is one of the reasons why I put off washing the water bottles, and also one of the reasons why I live streamed it, just because I just wanted to see if anybody would watch it, and it looks like nobody is. 0 viewers the whole time. Every time I look over, I see 0. So that's okay. That is okay. There we go. It's number 7. And here's number 8. I'll actually dry this. There we go. All right. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. All 8 of those are clean. You got 8 lids. There we are. Okay, we are actually going to let these air dry. Whew. I'm going to go ahead and let them dry sideways. I feel like that's a good compromise. Okay, but other than that, I think we're good to go. So, last thing that needs to happen is the actual counter itself needs to be wiped down. Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of liquid. There's some suds over here. That is wet. There's a pool of water right here. All right, we're going to put the watch back on. I know a lot of you were holding your breath on that one. There we go. Unfortunately, my watch did not log any of the steps that I took as I was walking, as I was waddling this way and that. Especially as the times when I was turning around in order to put something back in the drawer over here. Didn't record any of those steps. Fortunately, I've already hit my step goal today, so that should be that counts for something. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been great. This was 75 minutes of me washing the water bottles, and I'll see you next time.